Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. Saying today is going to be the coldest day of the week, which is really not that bad. We're going to hit kind of between 53 and 55 is what they're saying, which is not a bad day, but I've got a little bit of a breeze. So it makes it a little chilly on me, so I'm not going to do hoop tunnel today. I'm going to come on over and work on in the workshop, mostly because it's out of the breeze. And so it's warmer, or it feels warmer, because you just don't have the, the cold air blowing on you. So that's what we're gonna do. I know you saw Pan in the beginning. She's doing her check the local area for, squirrels and gophers and moles and other critters that may try and attack me. She's doing her job. And while we're out here, do a little gourd update check. So I kind of showed the other day where some of the gourds are still green and some of them are starting to rot like they're supposed to. But I didn't show, let me come around because I didn't see it the other day. But I've since seen it, didn't have the camera with me to film it, is that you can see there's a top of one there with no bottom. There's the bottom. So that one, the top rotted. Does that make sense? Now, if the rest of it rots, I can just cut and shape the top of that into a bowl. Will that make sense? Or if it just rots completely, then it will rot completely. Same thing with that one. That was one of the last ones picked. And it may or may not hold its shape. It's kind of bubbly on that side. We're just going to kind of wait and see. Some of them look crazy cool, how they've rotted, and others are, heavily in the decay stage. It's kind of awesome watching them go through the, what they think they're going to do. Now the littlest ones, and these are the ones that were harvested first again, are, well into the, what's going to rot, what's going to mold. And sorry, I'm going to switch out hands here. You can, like that one is still kind of heavy. It's still full. Where like that one, you can hear it when I knock on it. It's dry on the inside. That one's heavy. It's not dried out yet. And I mean, you can hear the difference in the knock, And that's what all of these will do. As they rot, mold, etc., they will dry out on the inside. I'm gonna get really light, and you can tell in the knocking distance, difference where it is. So anyway, that's the gourd update. All right, I'm gonna get in the workshop and get to work. So I'll talk to you in a few. All right, just a quick update. You can see where the wall's there, partially done. Got the hole there I need to fill in. And the next section of insulation up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut the next section of insulation. Kind of like I discussed, cut it a little too much or too high, so I have a leftover piece that I can fill that hole in. That way I can put the next section of insulation up, fill the hole. I don't know if I'm going to do wood yet, or if I'm going to do the next section of insulation. Partially because the see if I can get some of the chill out of the air. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but 1/8 of an inch versus 1/8 of an inch with insulation versus 1/8 of an inch with insulation and 1x4s on it. Every time I get more done, the temperature maintains in here a little better. So, I don't know. Not sure where I'm going to go. I'm thinking insulation, and that way it will be warmer in here as I go through and do boards. But it's just a thought process. So, that's where I'm starting today. Cut that piece, fill in that piece, and then I'll just kind of go from there. Talk to you in a few. Alrighty there. So, over here was where we ended the first time. It's my corner. This is the next section, section 2 and section 3. And then I kind of stopped with that, mostly because I finished up an entire roll. And then having said that, I went ahead and put my first little, let's say, step worth of wood there. Did the same thing when I was doing this side over here because I didn't want the seams to line up. A little more difficult to do here at the bottom of the stairs where I just went with solid pieces of wood and it's, you know, all the way up here before you actually get a seam. But I like the seams. I think it makes it look rustic. You know, you get the panels together and they, you know, different pieces of wood, different wood grains. I think it looks awesome. Anyway, so that's where it's coming together. You know, it's very obvious there's a corner there now. And yeah, I think it's looking kind of good. Still got a long way to go. And at some point in time, I need to find another source for wood because I'm going to be out of wood soon. I know that I do not have enough to... I have enough to finish this wall at least up to there. That makes sense because I hadn't planned to do the top until I could go all the way across and I've not done above the loft yet. So I know I can go up to here, up to the top of the ladder roughly. And I can start this side. You know, I've got enough insulation that I can finish insulating this corner, you know, and start this wall, but I won't finish this wall. I just don't have enough wood. So, but that's where we're at. Like I said, this is just a show. Looks awesome. I think it is coming together nicely. You know, little things, just every time I make a little bit of progress, I get a little excited. So, having said that, this panda has found a critter. Obviously, she thinks it's going to attack me here in the shed. So, hi, panda bears! So she's trying to get it. She's like, whatever, Mom. I'm busy. But she and I will talk to you later.